Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate, Jeff Frederick with Glocker Realty. Those 3 Facebook channels.
That's the 3 important ones, right, Matt?
It is.
Okay.
And then I'm also sending data to YouTube. Glocker Realty and Insurance on YouTube. So your phone.
Yeah, I think I just got a notification here.
You got a notification, so that means.
Can you give me a little nip of that before we start?
A nip?
Yeah.
Are we
live?
Yes.
Oh, we are. Okay. All right.
We're live.
Okay, didn't know that. All
We're
right.
live. Welcome to the cast at
you.
Glocker. Chris Golden is checking in. Jill Kendra Diffenderfer. Closed captioning is on because it's on your device. Turn it off if you don't want to see that. I can't control that. Only you can.
But you can tell us what words we mess up by reading them to us and say, look, it says it right here, right?
Videos are watched 80% more time if the captioning's on them.
Really?
Yeah. I found that little tidbit interesting.
That is interesting, actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it's new. That captioning's a new thing
Feature?
on Facebook. Yeah.
Feature's a better word than thing.
I think if you click into the feature, what did I say?
Thing.
Oh. Well.
I say thing for everything. So who knows what I'm talking about when I say thing?
Brianne Anushian.
It's new John on Facebook.
You look beautiful, Kimmy.
Oh, Kim's getting some love already.
That's
No one
good.
has ever said that we look beautiful. Do you know that, Matt? This is our 16th episode. Not one person has ever said we look beautiful. No, not to us.
I'm not claiming beauty. Never. Not once.
I'm not either. But they can say my shine on my head looks good at least.
I'm getting there, dude. Kimmy, you look great.
You do
Why,
look
thank
awesome.
you.
I agree.
I dressed up for you, dapper gentlemen.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
I would like to say I dressed up for you too, but I got a nice shirt on.
So, Jeff,
yes.
You got buttons. That's formal.
why don't you introduce our guest? Because you guys are friends, right? You know each other.
We do, yeah.
You're a
I've known her
fan.
for a long time, and I'm a huge fan of Kim. Kim Killen is here with us today.
Hello, gentlemen.
And she is live with the cast at Glocker with Matt Green and Jeff Frederick.
It's an honor to be here tonight.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to have you.
Yeah.
And she's from Vujade.
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 Vujade, yeah.
Who I have seen multiple times.
As did I, yes.
I think, not that I don't like the music, because I like the music. They're good musicians. But you've probably seen them more than I have.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got like frequent flyer miles.
Does he?
I do,
Yes. Yes.
I think, yeah.
I've seen them at Union Jack several times, and I know there's been some other places. So maybe when we start talking, you can start telling us about all the different places you play in
Sure,
the area.
sure.
And it might jog my memory to where I saw you.
So we're going to have some questions for Kim. I think at the end of the show, she was going to treat us with a beautiful song.
Yes.
So everybody has to stay tuned for that. It's worth staying tuned.
Stick around.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have the mics right.
Does anybody say anything about whether...
No. It sounds good in the headphones. So
All right.
whatever is coming off of the soundboard sounds great.
Okay.
Bridget Petrowskis is shouting out Shine Fest.
Yes. Hi,
yes.
Bridget. I was going to bring up Shine Fest because that's when I fell in love with Jeff and the Petrowskis brothers and their lovely women, and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? How long ago was it that you were doing Shine Fest?
You're going to date me, and you're going to date Kim.
And me.
And you.
I remember Shine Fest.
It was the 2000s. That's all I can tell you.
Barely the 2000s.
It was
like
I think,
2000, 2001.
I'm going to say the first one was probably...
Bridget, you'll know that. When was the first Shine Fest?
Yeah, probably...
Trivia.
It probably was
Trivia.
2001, 2002 maybe, and I think it went until 2007 or 8.
I don't know, but it was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't remember a lot of Shine Fest. So.
Yeah, Shine Fest it was a festival that music festival, of course, that took place in Pleasantville, Pennsylvania, and we had pleasant times there. We had bands from New York City. We had local bands like Kim.
You guys brought a lot of musicians together.
We knew a lot of musicians at the time, and everybody was willing to play.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever paid. I don't think anybody. We would beer.
Hey.
Yeah, free drinks.
Exactly.
Well, I guess it was.
That's why I'm here tonight.
It was exposure, right?
Yeah.
It was exposure, and it was friends who were making music, and they're putting in the effort to put on this great,
Right.
this festival for the day and bringing all these bands together, and it was exposure because we were new. I mean, so we weren't, it was new times for us. We were, and it was great. Shinefest was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Definitely.
it's a good segue into right now, the Classic Glocker. We're trying to give people exposure from the local community here in Boyertown and the surrounding communities. You're letting people know what's going down. And now we're talking to some local musicians.
And Kim is our first musician on the show, which,
Right.
All right.
I really, just as with the blog and the event guide, we try to mix it up. We want business owners. We want people from the community, musicians, of course.
Well, you had Matt last week.
We did, yeah.
So he's kind of, he's jack of all trades. He's got music there.
Yeah. He told us about his big performance coming up.
Yes.
He's playing at one of the homes.
Yeah.
I think he's playing at the Lutheran Center.
Yeah, he's doing a duo. Yeah.
Up at Topton or something.
Yeah.
Do it, man.
No, we're kind of giggling about that in a fun way, of course. But playing music is the greatest thing, as Kim knows.
It is awesome.
And anytime you can play it,
Heck yeah.
it's
Heck yeah.
It's quite an experience.
So, Kim, tell us about the music. What kind of music do you play? Where do you play? Where did you get started? Give us the whole rundown.
Okay. I sing everything.
Okay.
I love everything. I've been singing forever.
Right.
My parents said I wouldn't shut up when I was little, and I have never stopped since.
Were you in the church choir? And
I
all
was
that
in the
stuff?
church choir. I'm an Owen J. Roberts graduate.
Okay.
So I was in the chorus there. I was in the 7-Ups with Mrs. Smith there. I was in the marching band there. Love marching band, you know what I mean? And it was great. Then I went to Westchester University. I was a vocal major at Westchester.
Right.
And then I started singing in Irish bands. That's how I got into the band circuit.
Okay.
And never looked back. I just loved the whole
Are you
energy. I am Irish. I'm Irish and German.
Okay.
And yes, so we were out one night, and my mom's literally pushed me up onto the stage to sing a song, and I just started singing in bands and just loved it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Loved the whole energy of, being in bars and being on stage and singing. But I've always continued other stuff. I sing funerals, I sing weddings.
Okay.
And honestly, it's like the greatest honor. It's awesome singing out in a band and festivals and all that. But when people ask you to sing for the most momentous times of their life, that's what it's all about. It's huge.
Is funerals tough? I gotta imagine.
Yes.
Because you think of music, you think of the times where everybody's happy and having a good time and
exactly.
dancing.
But music, it brings you up when you're up. But when you're down, it's a comfort. Mm. It is, so many people find solace and, comfort in music. So to sing at someone's funeral, have their family call and ask, will you please honor my mother, my father, my son, my wife, will you sing? It was her wish or his wish, or, that to me is the greatest honor.
Yeah.
As a singer, it's a gift, and that's when you're really sharing it, and then all the other times are the good times. You know what I mean?
Right.
But funerals, they're tougher if you know the person.
Yeah.
But it's an honor to be able to comfort people with music when they most need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and weddings and.
I just turned on the slideshow, so as we're talking, it's going to circle through a couple of things. There's pictures of you on stage. there's pictures of you and two of your musical partners, and I was asking you about that before the show. So make sure you explain to folks that you're actually in two bands.
So Paul is my partner. We're Kim and Paul of Vujade. Vujade, we started playing as a full band in August of 1998. It was our first show. And then over the years, the nightlife has changed. Places that would have had a full band on a Friday night, Saturday night, that wasn't happening so much anymore.
I think I remember seeing you with the full band down at like Reed's or the Ben Elbow or something. Did you guys ever play out down that way? Or at Trap Tavern, maybe?
We never played the Trap. We went to visit you at the Trap.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
we went to
I thought
visit
you played
at the
one
Trap.
time, no?
Did we? I don't
think so, yeah.
Well,
Because I used to bartend at the Trap for the people that were watching.
Right.
I
I used to hang out at the Trap.
Yeah.
yeah, it was a great spot. Yeah, great spot. You were a great bartender at the Trap.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we started doing the acoustic duo just for venues that couldn't house a full band, or if we were doing a wedding, full band's going to play the reception, we'll do your cocktail hour, or we'll do your ceremony.
Yeah.
Over time, that became mostly what we were doing, because not as many places are having a full band,
Right.
And life changes, and you get older, and sometimes you just want to chill out, and you want to sing James Taylor instead of Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? So, and then my other partner is Jerry Clark. He is the other half of my Irish duo, Killen Clark. And Jerry and I started out in my second Irish band, Causeway.
Okay.
And we played years ago.
So you've been with Jerry for a while.
I've been with Jerry for years, like
Okay.
over 30 years I've been playing with Jerry.
Wow.
And we were a full band with Martin Bradfield. He's a local guy. All you drummers out there, you'll know Martin. He's taught like every drummer in the area. I've had the honor of playing with like two of the greatest drummers in this area.
Okay.
I've been in bands with Joe Coons and Martin Bradfield. And
Bradfield and Martini?
Bradfield's Martini.
Yeah,
Martin was my brother's drum teacher.
Right.
So that's where the name came from.
Okay.
And he was at a lesson with my brother, and he asked about, hey, I heard you're singing Irish music. And I said, yeah, we have this band going, and we were just a little acoustic trio, me and Pat Close and Jerry Clark. And he said, oh, well, that would be interesting. I said, why don't you come out and play some tunes? And he showed up. We were playing at the Bally Hotel. This is years ago. I don't even know, 30-some years ago.
Yeah.
And Martin, showed up, set up a drum kit, and just started playing the drums in an Irish band. He didn't know what we were doing. But he's a pro, so he's going to go with whatever. And he totally, changed. We had this really cool, original sound for Irish music.
Yeah.
And so we were like a Celtic rock band, Causeway. And then I went from that to Vujade. So, but now Jerry and I are still doing acoustic stuff together. So.
Okay. And now, like you were saying before, where we were getting warmed up and talking and all that stuff, the pandemic's changed a lot of stuff.
A lot.
So what do you have coming up? Like, everybody's had to shift gears. You're not playing as much, obviously.
No.
So what do you
We
have coming up?
actually do have a couple gigs coming up.
Okay.
This was the first, when the ball dropped this year, New Year started, it was the first year in 30 years that I didn't have
Anything.
Something to do.
I had one
Wow.
private gig for a friend that I'm looking, in October, and that was it. That was it on the books, which was daunting. I mean, I've been a professional musician for my entire adult life.
Yeah, and before COVID, you were playing every
Played all the
weekend.
time. We played
All the
every
time.
weekend.
Yeah.
Union Jacks was our home away from home.
I saw you there like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
We
It
would
was
do
during
every
the
other
week.
Thursday
Is that-
there.
okay, so that
We'd do
was-
every other Thursday, Paul and I. Once a month, we'd do a full band there, and they're like, our Union Jacks family. We miss them and love them. And, in one fell swoop, everything was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, and this, the pandemic hit March of last year. St. Patrick's Week, if you're an Irish musician, it's like being Santa Claus in December. I mean, you're gigging, man, And in 1 minute, every gig was gone for the week.
Right.
It was crazy. It was total crazy. And so then, for months, we're like, next St. Patrick's Day is going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. And here we are. We're still in
year
pandemic
into it.
mode.
Yeah.
Year into it, we're still there. So life totally changed for myself as a musician and all the musicians I know. So we've got a gig this Sunday at Adello Winery.
Okay.
We've got a gig next Friday at Saucony Creek up in Reading.
Okay.
We're playing at the Swamp Pike Pub in April. But what used to be like, here's our schedule for the month, and here's our 15 dates for the month. Now it's like, here's our 2 gigs for this quarter of the year, and here's our 2 gigs for the second quarter of the year.
Right.
But we started doing Facebook Live pretty much when this started.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because there's a couple of different open mic channels now too, like there's Berks County open mic,
Berks County Quarantine open mic. Zach started that, and awesome. I mean, awesome. Jeff and I were talking before we went live here about, even in the worst of times, good things do come out of it.
Right.
Yep.
You change the way you had to do things and maybe find, oh, wow, this is better for me. You know what I mean? You have to change things up. So to me, that has been one of the best things of COVID. There is so much music that you can find from your living room.
Accessible, really.
Accessible, and from local musicians to, big name stars, because nobody's playing gigs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one common denominator.
Right.
All the musicians are getting evenly salaried right now,
and
with nothing, because there's no gigs. You know what I mean?
You're probably
the boss. We're getting paid the same this year.
You're probably doing better than most professional or quote unquote professional musicians.
Yes. So
they can fill big arenas, but there's no such thing as big arenas right now.
There are no such thing.
But you can still play a gig at Adello.
And we can play a gig at Adello, exactly.
Yeah.
And so we started doing the Facebook Live because, first of all, we were used to playing all the time. And it was like, you're sitting in the living room hearing crickets because you would have been packing up to go to a gig. So I said, Paul, why don't you come down? We'll put a fire in the yard. We were practicing social distancing, being responsible, and it was great. We did it that night because we were missing out on seeing. We have the people that come to see us are friends and family now. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
How many hugs can you do in a set break?
I think you saved our family a little bit. Really? When we found out that Kim and Paul were going to be playing on Facebook, we put it on the big screen. It was a whole event for us. We got our drinks. We had the kids. It
was amazing, actually, because when we started it, we thought it was just whomever will see us on here, and if they want to tune in, cool. And we're not tech savvy, and we just kind of do our thing. And we didn't even realize how many people were watching. We didn't even know you could see how many people were watching. And we didn't pay attention. We had like Whiskey Angels showing up. So we're just drinking whiskey by the fire.
People bringing her.
Yes, our dear friend Chris. He just started dropping off bottles of whiskey. And so then all of a sudden, I'm going back and watching our shows and seeing that there were thousands of people.
Yeah.
Who had watched, and then they started reaching out like, hey, our kids, we love to see you in the summer. That's what we look forward to as a family, and this has saved us. Now, we put a fire in our backyard, and we put the TV outside. It blew my mind. It blew us away.
And you have people from watching from all over the world.
All over the world.
Right?
People in Germany, England,
Hawaii,
all over the United States, Hawaii, Mahalo, yes, California, Minnesota. I mean, it was Australia.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was awesome.
So the silver lining kind of then is the fact that you're reaching more people than you might have if you were playing out, because now you're going worldwide. And there might also be some people that you're reaching that weren't necessarily inclined to go to a bar to see a band, but now that they can check you out in their living room, you're probably creating a whole new niche.
And it's really cool. I mean, people going, my grandmother now watches you every week.
Right.
Your 87-year-old grandmother wasn't coming out to the bar. Some of them are. But, the ones that weren't inclined to do that, like you said, now they're home and they're watching the gig.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was awesome. And the biggest silver lining of that was there were so many people who reached out who were really struggling and having a tough time.
Right.
your whole life changed, especially if you're a social person, you're used to, being around all these people. Some people were fine with that. Cool. I get to be home. I get to chill out for a bit. Some folks didn't have, but some people really had problems. And I realized that because they were writing to us. Mm-hmm. Please keep the shows going.
Yeah.
I've been so depressed, and I just wait for your Saturday night shows.
Yeah. I have another podcast that I do called Porchcast Pottstown.
Yes.
And we had the same experience. Amy Wolf and I, my co-host on that show, were getting letters and emails and text messages, keep the show on.
Yeah.
Now that we're circulating a little bit, I've had people come up to me when I'm out and say, your podcast helped me get through because I don't have friends or I don't have family in the area, and I could tune in to your podcast and still feel like I was connected to my friends in the neighborhood and the people in the community. So I can completely...
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. Just by pressing play on the cell phone.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
And it is a reminder of how you can be doing something and you think it's for this purpose, and there's this whole other context of what's being affected by what you're doing.
Yeah.
And to me, that was just huge to know that there are people having a tough time right now.
Right.
And we can sing some songs, and that's helping them out. That, to me, that's what it's all about.
One of the things, too, that wasn't necessarily a planned byproduct, but it made sense once it was starting happening, was the connections that started to get made between our viewers. And that's happening here on the cast at Glocker, too. Because what I'm seeing is those people are tuning in. Mm-hmm. They're seeing friends or family members or other people from the community tuning in. And then because it's social media, you're able to shoot them a message.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw you on the cast at Glocker. Yeah. I saw you on Porchcast Pottstown.
Yeah, or just shoot them a message while the thing's happening. And say, hey, how you doing, Joe Schmo?
We've had shows, both on this show and my other show, where there's a whole nother conversation going on in the comments.
Listen, that was my favorite part. So when we first started doing them, I didn't watch them. I mean, you know what I mean? And then people are going, hey, did you see this one said this? And then, well, hey, did you see I asked for this song? So then I started, when the show was over, the next night, I would sit down just to see who tuned in and who they were talking to. And it was awesome. I mean, we had friends who, have family in England. Mm-hmm. So they would tell them, look, you got to take a nap in the afternoon and stay up late or early. I forget whatever the difference is. So there were families across the pond who were watching our show together.
Yeah.
And people meeting new people. Right. And now they're friends now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Really cool.
So we're getting a question from one of my friends, Andrew Monastra, who is a real estate attorney that I do business with. He's asking, what type of music do you do? I know because I've seen you, and I guess I'll have to bring Andrew out with us.
Yes, you will. I look forward to you at a gig, Andrew.
You do covers?
We do covers. We have a few original tunes, not a lot.
Right.
But the few you have, I love them to death. I mean,
we actually
songs.
Paul and I kind of talked about doing songwriting nights now that we're not gigging so much, and we have them planned a couple weeks ago, and then my car wound up being in the shop. But that's life, right? So we are going to set up some nights and write some songs, because we do have, I think we probably have 14 original tunes.
That's a full set right there.
Yeah. So maybe one day we'll work out a CD. That's a long story, but
but why not? And then have that on the side.
Yeah,
little merch table. Vujade merch.
Exactly.
They're bringing you
merch. And so what I sing depends on the night, who I'm with, where I am, and even within Vujade, that can be different. Which was what was really cool about our band. We could do a biker venue, You know, we played RMC to a
Okay.
sea of bikers.
Yeah, right.
And had an awesome time.
Yeah.
And then the next day could play a wedding in a country club and be doing, some, Etta
Yacht
James.
rock.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, exactly.
Some crisscross.
Yeah, I just found out what yacht rock was actually during the pandemic because I don't have any, serious or anything. I'm like, what is yacht rock? I'm like,
I just want to interject with yacht rock is the worst music in the world.
Dude,
Come on.
listen,
Come on,
man.
it's horrible.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm putting it out there right now, dude.
Depends on the day.
I went down a yacht rock rabbit hole one time, and I entertained myself for an entire day, listening to some really cheesy music.
Because you
Must have
put
been
it
having a
on,
bad day,
and
man.
it's like, when I put it on, I'm like, what is the yacht rock station?
Yes.
And the first song, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm a yacht. This is not working for me. And then the next tune, I think, was Sailing came on.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, all right.
Sailing.
Exactly. It's like, oh, well, you got some
It's
cross,
super
right?
cheesy, dude.
And then they sneak into like Van Morrison. Well, I got to stick around for Van
Van
Morrison.
They do. They play Van
Yeah, I'm sure
Morrison.
there's always good music in any.
Who else? The Margaritaville guy.
Yeah,
Jimmy Buffett.
Buffett.
Paul's
That's on Yacht
a
Rock.
huge parrot head, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I
so,
like me some Jimmy Buffett.
yeah, so it depends,
I'm
depends
telling
on
you,
your
dude,
mood, too.
I'm telling you, man, don't sleep on it. I'm telling you, it's
You're
not
going to
my
come back
music.
here next week.
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
You're going to tell me, you were right, man, you were right.
I lost half my Saturday listening to yacht rock. I'm telling you.
And the kids left. They couldn't take it anymore. They went to the movies without me. Oh, that's so funny.
So what if you're picking the playlist? What's your kind of favorite genre?
Honestly,
Who do you like to
it
emulate?
really depends on the mood, on my mood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I love singing everything. I mean, I've done jazz gigs. Did some, Jerry Werner, keyboard player. I did a bunch of gigs with him. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
So I've done jazz gigs with him. Martin Bradfield, he was a jazz drummer. So, I mean, I've done jazz gigs. I was in the gospel choir at Westchester University.
Right.
That was awesome. And so, like, one day I'm like, I'm totally in the mood to be singing Led Zeppelin today.
Right.
You know, and then an hour later, like, James Taylor's What's Hit Me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So honestly, it depends. My Irish music, I love singing Irish music. It's what got me into being in bands, you know what I mean? So, I mean, not to not answer your question, but, like, when people are like, what's your favorite song, or your favorite artist,
it's
or your
hard.
favorite, I honestly don't have a favorite.
Can I try to? I know as an artist you don't want to pin yourself to one because you are. I mean, I've been to different shows of yours and heard whole different set lists. I mean, completely as you already mentioned. But I think you can say that there's a meat of your songs are classic rock of sorts.
Yes. Yes.
But you play today's music. You play up to 2020.
We sprinkle a few here and
2021.
there.
Yeah.
We're old heads
Right.
who sprinkle a couple just to be relevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yes, at our core, classic rock.
Yeah.
At my core, I'm like a...
Core is the best word.
Yes.
I think.
At my core, I'm probably like a Celtic classic rock girl.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love singing the blues,
Yeah.
you know.
But I think the best choice is just to come out and see Kim and Paul, Vujade, Killen Clark, or whatever version, and see for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the best. That is
great
answer
advice,
to give.
Jeff. I agree with you.
Bridget Petroskas is saying Kim played our wedding 15 years ago.
Yes, and it was awesome. It was awesome. You were a beautiful bride. That was a great wedding.
I'm just going to go back through some of this stuff and make sure I wasn't missing everybody or anyone. Andrew Monastra, I'm going to have to bring him to one of your shows. He's going to like it.
You
Nice.
definitely-
He's into the 80 cheesy, like Journey and stuff like that.
Don't stop!
Yeah. And like 80s metal, like, you know, the really hair glam stuff.
Yeah.
Poison and
Rat.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Rat.
nice.
Liz Picard is saying hello.
Hello, girlfriend. I love you.
I believe I went to high school with Liz Picard.
Okay.
I was friends with her brother, Harold.
Okay, yes, yes. I met Liz in
Day.
nursery school.
Wow. At Owen J. Roberts.
No, at nursery school, like a church nursery school.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to St. Aloysius.
Okay.
Until
yeah.
the 3rd grade.
That's where I went to.
Yes.
All right. That's how I know the cars.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Right on. See, there's a connection.
There we
Local.
go. Boom.
Connection. Small
Boom.
world.
Rebecca Shinsky Rolston is saying.
Okay. Hello.
Doreen Pennypacker is saying, beautiful
All right,
voice. I would
nice.
love to see again. So let's talk about that. You're going to be playing this weekend on
Sunday at Adello Winery.
So you'll be able to see her there, Doreen.
Yes. Here's I don't want to say the problem now, but before you used to just like pack a place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now you have restrictions. You can only have a limited amount of people. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes
Because we're going to be in it. Because we're planning on going.
Okay,
this
awesome.
Sunday. Or is it inside or outside?
We will be in the back room, the big back room they have.
Okay.
But they will have the patio open, and I believe we're right off the patio.
Oh, so it's indoor and outdoor.
I believe so. Okay. Yeah. So, and hopefully it's a nice day, and we'll just crack the windows
open. Snowing or ice.
Exactly.
I mean, I had to play the odds.
Hey, that could be fun though, man.
That'd be great.
Sipping a little wine in the snow, listening to some.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Heck yeah.
Casey Brown is saying hello.
Cassie Brown. Hello. Beautiful Cassie and her littles.
Patty Petrowskis.
Hello.
Looks like
Patty.
the Petrowskis family is very well represented.
God love the Petrowskis family.
Glocker.
Yes. I know. I was honored to be following up Matt from last week. One of the nicest people on the planet, the Petrowskis.
He is.
He really is.
They all are.
Yeah, definitely.
So Adello Vineyards 2 to 5 this Sunday in Perkiomenville.
Yes.
And then you said you had
next
another.
Friday, 6 to 9, we are at Saucony Creek at Franklin Station in Reading.
Okay, Saucony Creek
Brewing,
Company.
yep.
Yeah, they make good beer.
They do.
I like their stuff.
Yes, we actually had we played there before Christmas.
Okay.
And it's a cool, great venue, the old train station. So we were doing Christmas tunes, and they were echoing through the place. That was awesome.
I have not been to that place.
It's a cool venue, and they have great beers. It was
Yeah, I was having their stuff when they were, because they're originally from Lehigh County, up there on Saucony Creek.
Okay. I know they have a Kutztown spot.
Right. Well,
I've been to
didn't they move into where the Golden
Airport.
Avalanche was?
Yeah, it was probably a diner or something before.
Oh,
maybe.
no.
No, it was a car lot.
Oh, okay.
In Kutztown. It was a car lot.
All right, so then also, I want to get this out there. We talked about your Facebook, and you're going live on Facebook. What is your Facebook page where people can find you on social media?
Well, we go live from our VuJa Day page.
Okay.
We have our VuJa Day that we started, when I just started Facebook, not knowing, I don't even know if there was business pages at the time.
Okay.
So we just started as VuJa Day. Mm-hmm. Then we had to make the business page because you can only have so many friends on the page, and I'm not tech savvy, so
okay.
So we have our VuJa Day page, and we go live from that page. And then Jerry and I go live from our Killen Clark page, and we're actually going to do a live show on March 7th.
Okay.
We're going to do a little early St. Patrick's.
That sounds good. That sounds
Facebook
fun.
Live, kick off the grandest month of the year, And
love it.
And Paul and I, we don't have a live scheduled as of yet, but that'll be happening in the next few weeks. We'll see what's going
I can
on
talk
there.
about music all day long.
But you really need to get to.
But we need to get to the fact that you do something else besides music.
I do. I'm a massage therapist.
You're a massage therapist.
Yes.
So you have your business is Songbird Massage?
I work for myself as Songbird Massage, and I actually just started back working where I originally graduated school, East West School of Massage Therapy in Reading.
Okay.
And I just went back there as an instructor. So I graduated there in 2007, and I've been doing that ever since.
Okay. And where do you do that? Out of your home?
Out of my home, I go to people's homes. I work in East West. Right now I'm not going to people's homes just because of the pandemic of COVID.
Right.
Where the guidelines are very strict and you have to control your environment. So I'm not going to go into somebody's house and control their environment.
Right.
So, but yeah, and I'm hoping come summertime, setting up some outside stuff.
Yeah, I think the outside would be nice.
Yeah, with
right.
a nice little massage in the outdoors.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a picture of Kim massaging Elvis on the screen in our slideshow.
It's not Chopper dressed as Elvis, is
It's
it?
not Chopper. I don't
Okay.
believe it's Chopper.
No, it's the king. He's alive.
I knew it.
And he goes to
I knew
Songbird
it.
Massage for all his massage needs.
Exactly.
Now, where's your massage?
Don't be cruel to your
Where's
body.
your massage business located?
I work in Boyertown.
Okay.
I work in Boyertown, and then I work out of East West in Reading. So they're a half school, half business.
Okay.
Half the week they're a school, and then the other half of the week they see clients, and there's a lot of great therapists there. So
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you kind of rent space from them. Is that how that works?
No, I'm an employee there. They have
Okay.
been there for over 30 years.
Okay.
And where is this?
In Reading, on North Park. Like, is that why I'm missing? I guess it's considered why I'm
Okay.
missing. And they've been there forever. As a school, as quality, therapists, you can get, any kind of massage techniques there. And, yeah.
What's the name of that business again? Throw
East
it out.
West Massage,
East
School of
West
Massage. So if you're
Massage.
considering a new career, will be a new class will be starting up
Or you can
in the
go there and
spring,
get a massage.
or you can go there and get a massage. Exactly.
Nice.
So and you have gift certificates for your
I do.
business as well?
I do. Yep.
And
And
how
I'm on Facebook as Songbird Massage. So
Songbird Massage. Just
Yep,
look
I'm
it up.
everywhere. I'm all over Facebook.
All right. You are all over
I
Facebook. I gotta say. How are we doing for time?
We're about halfway through the show. Time is flying by because
Yes.
we have such a good conversationalist with us tonight.
thank you.
Thank you. It's probably time to figure out what's going down in Boyertown.
Or are we
Jeff.
gonna do Ask a Realtor first?
There is no Ask
Yes,
a
there
Realtor.
is.
Is
There
there?
is, yes.
You have it? I
Yes, yes.
So-
So, Matt,
don't. Go ahead.
I just want to tell the people watching to stick around because we are going to get a performance from Kim at the end of the show.
Special request song by Jeff.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's worth sticking around for. I mean, we're worth sticking around for anyway.
I was going to
too,
say,
right?
who would leave
Right?
these two fine
Exactly,
gentlemen
right.
in the middle of a
All right.
podcast?
But yeah, so Ask the Realtor tonight. We got a question here from Bridget Patauskas, which is watching. right?
Okay.
She asked, "Can you get an estimate for your home's worth even if you're not selling it?" Follow-up question: do you have to pay for the home estimate? Should I hit that one?
Do it.
All right.
Good question, Bridget.
It's a great question, Bridget. So first of all, if you're not selling your home and you want an estimate, if you just want to know how much your home is possibly worth, just give us a call, tell us that, and to say, hey, we just want to we're just trying to gauge. If there's no reason except for just your own knowledge, we can probably do that over the phone with you. We can give you a good rough estimate, correct, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, have you developed your landing page
yeah,
on your website?
Yep.
There's if you go to Jeff's website
or Matt's,
or mine, there's a little button. It says, "What's your home worth?"
it's true.
Click on that. It'll ask you for some basic information about your house, and then it'll spit out an automated report for you.
Yeah, and that will give you a close enough to
A ballpark.
a ballpark. Yeah. If there's no intention for doing anything, now if you have other intentions, if you are trying to figure out whether you're going to refinance or whether you want to sell your home in the near future, then yes, we can come out to your home. We can take a look at it. We're not an appraiser, so we can't give an appraisal. We can't give an official appraisal for the bank, but we can give you what your home value is, certainly, and we'd be happy to do that. And there's no charge for that.
There's no charge.
We are happy to do it. It's our business.
And you don't even have to pick up your dirty laundry.
No, we can see through
I can
dirty
see
laundry. We can
past
see
that.
past it. Yep.
I have 3 teenage sons, so I
Yeah.
can see past most dirty laundry, cleats, sports equipment, band items, trumpets, whatever you got in the way.
Right.
Yeah, we can see past
Yeah, you don't
that.
have to shine it up for us. We
If you
know
want-
what's there.
If you want the most accurate estimate, though, you really do need those human eyes
Yes.
to come in and look at the show.
Don't go to Zillow.
Dude.
Not even for the roundabout estimate. Don't go to Zillow.
The Zillow's estimate is wrong about 70% of the time. It's not accurate.
Right.
But to get the most accurate, you want to have a licensed real estate professional come in and look at your house, because we're in the market every day. We're looking at houses every day. In fact, that's why the show started tonight at 6:30. I was out looking at a house.
Yep.
So we do this every day. So when we come to your house to look at it, we can compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges.
We're in business every day doing it.
What does Bridget get?
What does she get? She gets a $10 gift certificate to Wawa. A gift card.
A gift card. Yeah.
Not gift certificate.
I was going to explain this to people, because some weeks we get a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And then other weeks we get no questions.
And we find it amazing.
It's odd.
That is odd.
So every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Yeah.
On Glocker Realty and Insurance, Jen Seville posts a post that says, "Ask a Realtor."
Okay.
You can ask us any question related to real estate. Anything you can think of. Anything you
Who would not take advantage of that?
Exactly.
So you put that in the comments section.
Okay.
Every question is answered. Every single question is answered by a professional. If we answer your question on air, you get a $10 gift certificate to Wawa. $10.
Yes.
So it's either a win or a win-win.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You're either getting on base or hitting a double.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear to everybody.
That's awesome.
Tuesday morning, Glocker Realty Insurance, go to the Ask a Realtor post.
I mean, it's
and ask a question.
It's got question marks. It's pretty easy to see. It's
anything.
Yeah. So I would do it if I could win.
If I could,
I have a Wawa gift card in my pocket right now. I would put another one right in there too. I could use that stuff.
So that's Ask a Realtor.
Actually, so Bridget, great question, and thank you for asking.
I did not realize that we had Ask the Realtor question. So here, let me put up the, I'm pretty sure I have the image here.
You can throw the image up there, and I'll get on to what's going down in Boyertown, because everybody wants to hear Kim sing, and we do have to get there by the hour.
Gotcha. So Ask a Realtor is up on the screen.
Is it?
So when you see that on our Facebook page, ask us something. Win $10.
It can be dumb. At least you're going to get it. At least
there's
the answer.
There's no dumb question when $10 is on the line.
Exactly.
And knowledge is power.
It is.
I mean, yeah.
It is.
Know your home. Somebody's willing to help you do that.
I can
That's
guarantee you,
awesome.
at any party I go to, pre-2020, any party I go to, someone says, when they find out I'm a realtor, if they didn't already know, they say, there's a question that pops out of their mouth this quick.
Always.
So don't tell me there's no questions out there.
It was the same when I was a cop. It was the same thing, dude. Every party I went to, there was a line of people. I should have charged $5.
I still have a list of cop questions to ask you. I just haven't got to the right party yet.
Cop questions. I still get phone calls and emails. Hey, Matt, can you answer a cop question for me?
I've called you with
9 times out of 10, they got a traffic ticket and they want to know how to get out of it. 9 times out of 10, it's some traffic-related thing.
That's
and I just want to let everybody know that, unfortunately, as realtors, we can't get you out of traffic tickets.
No. Even when I was a cop, I couldn't get you out of a traffic ticket. I help you the best I can, but sometimes nothing I can do.
Just slow down.
When I was I don't know, 17, 18, I was heavy on the pedal, so the cops were pulling me over, and I had like stickers on my car and everything. They were pulling me over pretty heavy. I got a videotape at West Coast Video that told me how to get out of tickets. And I swear to you, I followed that videotape, and I've gotten out of numerous amount of tickets.
I remember that. I remember that video.
Do you?
It was actually shot by some former sheriff deputies or police officers.
It was
and they were given some ideas on what you could do. I totally remember that.
It was the best
video.
like $3.50 I ever spent.
That's hilarious.
You could probably Google it and find it on YouTube or something.
And it still
I guarantee
works
it's
today.
on social media.
It's the same. I would give away the secrets, but I don't want to blow the video for everybody.
So listen, folks, ask a realtor. Every Tuesday, ask a realtor. Tune in on Wednesday to see if you won. That's all you got to do.
All right.
That's awesome.
So, what's going down in Boyertown? Mm-hmm. Well, this week's blog doesn't have anything to do with Boyertown, but it has to do with your home, which could be in Boyertown.
Could be.
So, this week's blog is the coolest home gadgets of 2021. That's the year we're in now.
People are probably using all kinds of cool gadgets now that more people are home more.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
Yeah.
As you can probably even guess that most of these are smart. Like, the thing does it by itself. It's run by your phone.
Right.
So on and so
Smart
on.
devices.
So here's a couple of them. I was going to highlight a few just to highlight the really good ones, but let me just run through a couple. There's a Furbo dog camera. You have a dog, right, Kim?
Yep, little Odie.
Yeah. So when you're away from your home, this thing will take a video of the dog and what it's doing as it moves past it. And every once in a while, if you want to, you can talk to your dog through it. Just going through your phone, and it will throw it a treat. Yeah, it shoots a treat out of it. So you can take care of your dog while you're away, like for the day. Like when you're, I'm not saying stay away for a week.
Some dogs are totally riddled with anxiety.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, they hear your voice, you see them, and you can still give them the treat. Say, good boy or good girl.
No, not on the carpet, not on the
You
carpet.
can say that too, yep. I'm going to be home in an hour.
You're in trouble,
You're in trouble. They can give you that sad face. I didn't do it. I saw you on camera. I think it records for you too as well. But so the Furbo dog camera is $170, which I don't think that's too bad for what it does.
How much?
$170. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. I thought it was pretty cool.
It's probably the same thing you can get to watch your kid while you're away too. Like there's a human version of that for your teenager.
Kidbo.
Yeah. And what do you shoot out instead of dog treats? What do you like candy,
Gift
like Skittles or something?
Gift cards to Wawa. Send the kid out to get something to eat. Walk down to the store.
Go grab a coffee, kid.
Bitcoins.
Just air. You just gotta tell him. Yeah, it spit out. You couldn't see it. Okay. All right. So we also have Click and Grow Smart Garden. So it has it's a guard, like a little pot, has a glow light on it.
Okay, I've seen it. Yeah.
So you can,
Like a UV
so if you have
grow light,
so if you have an apartment, or just wintertime growing, and you want some herbs and stuff to grow, it self waters for up to a month.
Okay.
It has the light that turns off as it needs to, on and off, and it's.
You can monitor that from your phone?
I think you can, but I'm not 100% sure without looking at the paper.
My mind's.
But I mean, but just the fact that you probably never heard this term before, but set it and forget it. So you just plan it, and the whole thing kind of runs on its own for up to a month. And
that's awesome, actually.
Yeah, right? Indoor garden. So you have
and
fresh
especially
herbs and stuff
winter doldrums, healthier, okay, you got to cut back on salt. You need those herbs. If you can have them growing fresh in your home,
and
you're getting more oxygen, the smell of it, that's awesome. Yeah. That's a good one.
It probably will keep you engaged, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably some mental health benefits in keeping engaged with growing your plants. I want to, you know what? I did think about setting up a little grow light. The beer is good tonight.
or the whiskey.
Or the whiskey. Could be that. I tried to grow watermelons last summer, and I didn't start them soon enough. So they didn't really develop. But if I had to grow light inside, I could probably get them started and get a jump start on them.
I had a terrible time growing watermelons too last year. It was my first attempt, and I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not sure.
Maybe you have to start them early, because some of them have a really long grow period. Some of them are like 75 to 90 days to maturity. So you got to figure that's like 3 months.
My plants filled the size of this room. They were so big.
That's awesome.
They were growing these little guys, and they would never get past that.
There's probably some way to trim them so that more energy goes into less of them or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I got to look into it before it's spring.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys will be covering that in the spring podcast. Then.
We will.
I like it. All right.
We will, because I get a garden plot. Well, last year I had 2 garden plots, which then turned into 3, which then turned me into taking care of like 9 garden plots at the community garden in
that's
Pottstown.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so Mosaic Community Garden, I'll be doing that again. So we will be talking about garden.
That's awesome.
Sweet. I could talk about gardening for a while, too.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
So what was that thing called?
It's a so long name. It's the Click and Grow Smart Garden 3 Self-Watering Indoor Garden.
Okay, what's the price on that? I'm curious.
Price is $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than the dog.
Philips, Philips light bulbs, stuff like that. Wake up light alarm clock with sunrise simulation. So it's basically got a glow light around the alarm clock, and it plays music or sound, I guess is a better term. Sound, and the sunlight comes off of this light, like simulated sunlight.
Okay, nice.
To wake you up in the morning. So even on a rainy day, you're waking up to sunlight. Maybe gives you that, you're waking up on the right side of the bed then. Maybe.
Without the harshness of an alarm.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
People are probably using that, like, there's mental health. There's got to be.
Sure.
That's a mental health thing.
Absolutely.
Sleep and mental health are
I like the
totally
sound of
tied
it. I think
together.
I wake up to music every day, and that's good enough for me, but I wouldn't mind getting the sun, too, right in my face.
It'd be lovely.
Yeah.
I don't, unless it's really early, I don't have to set an alarm. I can just wake up. It's weird.
That's awesome.
You got an internal clock.
Yeah, kind of.
The Shine Bathroom Assistant.
I thought you were talking about your band again.
I know.
You're right.
You guys got into products? Nice.
We missed out on this one somehow. So it's a smart assistant for your toilet. So it cleans it, and it doesn't use any kind of chemicals or anything. It's like a unit here that you put on your toilet, and it cleans your toilet when it's needed, I guess. And it uses what does it use? Let's see what kind of wording they use here.
It's got to be
Electrolyzed water. I don't know if I'm saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it cleans, but it promises that you will not get those stains and stuff like that in the toilet.
Okay.
It also lets you know if there's a leak of any sort,
Okay.
and also tells you where that leak might be.
Now,
I don't know how it does that.
you could couple that up with your bidet, and you'd never have to clean your toilet, and you'd never have to clean your own butt.
Right.
Boom.
Win-win.
There's that double again.
I think that's a grand slam, brother.
That might be. Not having to clean your butt is
And you won't have to worry about toilet paper shortages or anything else.
Right. Yeah.
Something to
Who needs
consider.
toilet paper?
All right.
Something to consider.
You'd be sitting there back
Environmentally
in
safe.
We gave a
March, April. You'd be like, I don't care.
We gave a bidet attachment away as a gift on Porchcast Pottstown.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was the winner of our trivia.
Man,
Got a bidet attachment.
That's awesome.
we don't have that kind of funding yet, I guess, here.
We did write to the company to see if they would sponsor the show. We never heard back.
That's awesome.
I wonder if you start the what's it called? Say it.
Bidet.
Bidet thing. If you can't go back to regular toilet paper at that point.
Have you ever used one?
I've not.
I did. We used to go to vacation at a resort in Florida, and they had them in the rooms, and I tried it. It's not bad. Like, it's definitely not bad. It's not a bad
Does
experience.
it completely work?
Yes, I will say that. Yes, it does.
I'm interested. I'm going to watch your show to see if I can win one.
Maybe we should bring trivia back. We haven't done trivia for a little while.
I did try to win trivia on your show before.
You did play trivia.
I did.
Yeah,
I was one answer away.
I know.
One time.
A lot of times there was people like that. They were like, they had the right answer, but they just got beat out a split second. Trivia was fun.
Trivia's good.
They have to bring that back.
Okay, let's see what we have here. The Shower Power Bluetooth shower speaker. So it attaches to your shower head.
Okay.
And so the battery gets regenerated just from the water going through.
What?
That's cool.
Yeah, so you never have to change the battery, and it has like surround sound and all that cool stuff in the shower.
That's cool.
Right?
That is cool.
All right.
I could dig that because I like to listen to my politics in the shower.
You don't need surround sound for that, though, I don't think.
No, but it would be handy because you know what I do right now? I take my phone in there and I prop it up on the little shower caddy.
Well, then you need this.
I would need that.
Yes.
You know what we've been installing in some of the rehab houses that I work on with Find Solutions Properties? You can get a Bluetooth radio and shower fan and light combination. So it's
shower fan and light. Okay,
it's got the shower fan, it's got the light, and it's got a Bluetooth.
Is that the heat too?
Yeah, it's got a Bluetooth speaker built into it, so you can listen to your tunes and stuff.
That is really cool.
That is really
It's one of the nicest features when they decide to put those into the
it's probably not all that expensive.
It's not that much. It's like $50.
Wow,
it's about the same.
What's your price point on the rechargeable? On the one you just said. Curious now.
Instead of thinking, I'm going to tell you.
I've seen what you're talking about, though. The one you're talking about snaps around the...
No, I don't know, but it's...
I'm telling you, I've seen it.
This is 2021. It's the first time it's ever happening.
I've seen advertisements for it.
Okay, maybe.
Does that clarify it?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm into that technology. And because Siri's always listening to me, you're always being watched.
$80.
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
I would get that.
Okay.
Out of all the ones that you've talked about so far, I would say for me, that's number one. The grow light's number two. My dogs don't live with me, so I don't need that one.
Odie's going to be talking to you when you get home. He's going to say, I want that.
Do they have one for parents that puts a beer out?
Yeah, right.
The wife can check in, honey, I'll be home in an hour, and a beer comes out.
The kids can watch their parents at the VuJa Day show.
Exactly.
What are mom and dad doing over at VuJa Day?
They're dancing terribly. Oh.
All right, so the last one I have for you tonight is the Works Landroid M20V lawnmower.
What?
It's
a robot.
It's a robot mower.
No.
Yeah. And so you can just set it and forget it. It mows.
It must use GPS or something.
It does. It uses GPS and everything.
So it's like a Roomba for your yard.
It's a Roomba for your yard. That's the perfect way to explain it. Yeah. Okay. And if someone were to, and you weren't home and it was mowing, and someone came and said, "I want to borrow that," it lets you know where it is. So there's
okay. Oh, okay.
So if someone does borrow it and never brings it back,
Okay.
There's a Find Your Mower on it. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So it's pricey, but it's a mower, and it's supposed to work really well. It's $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a highlight of the items I have. I have about 14 items here. Matt, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. Okay. I'm answering a question, actually.
Tell us
creating a little side conversation.
Let's hear it.
Kathleen Killen.
That is my beautiful mother.
Okay.
Yes.
She's asking, what do you think about taking out walls to enlarge your kitchen, but you lose your dining room?
Enlarge the kitchen and lose the dining room.
It's a great idea.
I think so, too. I don't think dining rooms are...
Nobody uses them.
Mm-mm.
You use them twice a year, right? Christmas
There are
Thanksgiving.
And there are people that will definitely want a dining room, but I think the majority of people today don't really care if there's a dining room there, as long as there's a place to eat.
Yeah. So, and what my response to her was, in many of the rehabs that we've been doing with my rehab clients, what we're doing is we're moving the kitchen out of the back of the house, because in a lot of these old houses here in Pottstown and Boyertown, it's a
old
tiny
porches,
kitchen.
right?
There were old porches
Yeah.
that were just enclosed into a kitchen.
Yeah.
They're tiny. So we're taking the kitchen out of where it used to be, moving it into the dining room, and then since that old kitchen was plumbed and everything,
Like a
we're putting
breakfast
half
area.
baths or laundries or even full bathrooms into what used to be the kitchen, and then moving what used to be the dining room now becomes a bigger, more usable kitchen to the
Awesome.
modern family. We're
Right.
doing islands and
Awesome.
peninsulas.
Everybody ends
and
up in the
bar
kitchen.
seating.
Yeah.
I mean, our
Everybody-
family, everybody ends up in the
Everybody
kitchen.
ends there.
Yeah.
Everybody, every party,
Yeah.
they're there.
Think about those parties when we were younger. Those parties you used to have at my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen would be packed.
Well, you know,
And if it
my
was cold, everybody would be either sitting in front of the fireplace or standing in the kitchen.
you know the size of my kitchen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And my Christmas parties, where's everybody?
I stand at
so
in your
you're right.
kitchen for the entire time. Now that you've had the bar, though, I
Yeah,
do
we
spend
go
a
down
lot
to
of
the
time
bar.
down at the
Yeah.
bar. But Kathleen, I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
Most modern families are not using dining rooms like they used to.
I'm definitely old school. I want a kitchen table with the kids that I
Right.
want them to sit at every night. But,
Right.
But I'm old school.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And I think even if you do that and you take the dining room out and expand your kitchen into it, if you ever need some formal seating space, you still have a living room.
Yeah.
You rent a couple of banquet tables and throw a tablecloth up and get some chairs. Your living rooms, you can convert it into a dining room.
Sure.
Because think about it. You're going to use that living room / dining room once or twice a year.
Right.
You convert it for the time that you need it. Then it goes back to being a living room.
Yes.
I think
I
that's
agree.
a great idea.
I like it.
All right. So the Juniors Women's Club.
You know what? I'm willing to throw out a
You just did
$10 gift certificate to Kathleen for that.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'll sponsor that.
Yeah.
That's a great
Awesome.
question.
It's a great question. We got 2 winners tonight.
2.
Win-win. Tonight is all about the win-win.
So the Juniors Women's Club
Cheers.
of Boyertown is hosting a basket raffle. This takes place on March 19th and 20th. Now, I know we're a little bit early talking about this, but the reason why I'm putting this out on my blog this week is because they always sell out of tickets. There's a limited ticket supply. It's $25 for entry price, and that gets you 25 tickets to these baskets. And we talked about this last week, Matt, remember?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Bridges Petrauskas
Yeah.
is the chairperson for
Right.
the raffle.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, and so they always sell the tickets early. So I'm putting this in my blog early, so people have a chance to get tickets. You get 25 for the entry price, and then following at the event, you can get as many tickets as you want to put in the baskets. But they have over 100 baskets each year. This is their 4th year doing it.
She was saying last year there was like 130 or 132 baskets, so
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty good.
Yep.
I know they
And
put a lot of work into that event.
They do, and I guess what they're doing
And they're
this
great
year,
baskets too.
are they?
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in
Yeah,
there.
and not just for girls, for guys
women.
as well. Women. Well, it's
See, I
called
think
Girls Night. It's called Girls Night Out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're doing it themselves, so they give us permission to call them girls. I'm trying not to be sexist here at the Chaotic Clock.
Right.
But if they want to be called girls, I'll call them girls.
We could call it Ladies Night Out.
Ladies' night out,
Yeah.
women's night out. I don't know, but if it's girls, it's girls. I'm okay with that. But what was she saying too? That they're going to bring people in by appointment this
Yeah,
time?
so they're going to have time slots for the people. So there's not
Oh,
like
okay.
100 people looking at
Okay.
these baskets at once. So everybody with a chance to physically look at the baskets, put their tickets in, And I think they're also doing, for every time slot, they're doing a some kind of raffle or giveaway during that time slot
that's
too.
Cool.
Separate. And there's some grand prizes as well. They're doing a lot.
That's awesome.
And I know my wife does it every year, and it's a lot of fun. I always cross my fingers and hope that she wins, because there's some really, really cool stuff.
Wine and do they?
Yeah, but I mean, like
I
really,
always put in for
like sports stuff and everything. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's not.
You know what
it's called Girls' Night Out, but it's not just for the ladies.
Right. There's all kinds of stuff. The basket that I always try to win is the basket full of lottery tickets.
Sure.
Why not? Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
maybe
making a
hit
basket
something.
for it this year. Maybe I'm going to do
What do you-
that.
Yeah, put some lottery.
I don't think I've
tickets
ever
in.
done that. I don't think yet.
What, done a whole basket of lottery
Yeah,
tickets?
I don't think I have. No.
It's fun.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
That's the one I always try to
Okay,
win,
that's a good
man.
idea.
So that's going on March 19th and 20th, but I would definitely get your tickets now. You can get them. It benefits the Boyertown Library. You can get them in person at the Boyertown Library, or I have an email address that you can send for them.
We're working on having the library on the Castic Glocker.
Yes. Yeah, we're still working on
Bridget
that.
Petrauskas.
We had them on, but then we had to cancel.
Because
Yeah.
I was quarantined due to COVID.
And I think weather, too. I think there was weather that night, too.
It was a combo.
Yeah.
Door prizes every hour, says Bridget Petrauskas.
Door prizes everywhere. That's what I was looking for.
We have a rake in the cash prize.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to look for that.
Anything with the word cash in it, I'm usually into.
Yeah, perch your ears up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. As we mentioned earlier, Kim and Paul will be playing at Adello Vineyard and Winery in Perkiomenville this Sunday from 2 to 5. I will be there. So if you watch the show and you see me there, say hi.
Get Jeff's autograph.
Yes, because it's going to be worth a lot someday.
Yes, it will.
Where is that? Where is Adello?
I honestly don't know. I just know it's in Perkiomenville. Do you know, Kim?
It's on Simmons Road. I have not been there yet. This will
There
be my
you go.
first time
This is
there.
That's
my
what I
first
was
time as
looking
well.
for.
But I heard the wines are delicious.
Yeah.
I heard that. We love playing wineries. We play Manatawny Creek. We love playing
Yeah, that's a
Manatawny
good one.
Winery. So we're psyched to be at another winery.
You should try to hook up with the folks from Ridgewood.
And they have.
We'll have
yeah.
to put you
Okay,
in
yeah,
contact
that would
with
be
them.
awesome.
They're going to be
Actually.
having a big venue at Ridgewood. They're going to have a.
You mean Ridgewood in Birdsboro?
Yep.
Okay.
They're going to have a huge.
And they're right up
venue
the
there.
road here in Perkiomen. We're
Okay.
in
What are they,
Bechtelsville
the
now.
Dandelion?
Bechtelsville, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
the
yes.
Daffodil Hill.
Daffodil Hill. Okay.
They don't. Yeah, it's not erected yet, but they're going to have it, and they're planning
that's
on
great.
by the summer, I think.
That's awesome.
But Adello does do show every Saturday and Sunday. They
Yeah,
have
they
music.
have a lot of music going
Yep,
on, which is
every-
awesome.
Yep. So I will see you there, Kim. And
Awesome.
I can't wait.
I always love seeing you and your wonderful family.
And The Marksman is playing at the State Theater from this Friday to next Thursday. The Marksman is with Liam Neeson.
I haven't seen the ads for that one
It's
yet.
action. I'd say action adventure.
Yeah.
I think action.
I wanted to see News of the World, and it was at the State, but I
That
got
looked good.
quarantined.
Is that the Tom Hanks one?
Yeah.
that
Oh,
looks
yeah,
good.
that
The
looks
Western.
Yeah,
where he
that
goes
looks
around.
really-
Anything Tom Hanks.
That looks good.
He's good.
So great.
Yeah.
And I love Liam Neeson too.
So that's what's going down in Boyertown. Check out my blog each week. JeffKnowsBoyertown.com is the website, and the blog is what's going down in Boyertown. Gives you the events and also some insight to what's happening around the area.
And you do know because everything's on there. I mean, you cover everything.
I spend a lot of time.
Yeah, you do. It's
Almost
awesome.
too much time. My wife and family will tell you too much time trying to track down everything that's happening.
So listen, here's what we're gonna do because Kim's gonna sing for us.
She is,
So
which I
gonna
can't
have to,
wait.
I'm gonna have to turn off our mics. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to do a couple different adjustments.
Okay.
But before I do that, what I do want to tell people is thanks for tuning in
Yes.
on YouTube. I see 3 people are watching us tonight on YouTube at Glocker Realty
Okay,
and
cool.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Glocker Realty Insurance on the YouTube page. It does help us out. Also, folks that are watching on Facebook, like, comment, share. Same thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, comment, share. It helps us spread the word. We're using the cast at Glocker in order to bring attention to local businesses, organizations, musicians.
Yep.
So there are normal ways that we have used in order to network and get our businesses and our crafts and our arts out there have been shut down by the pandemic. So that's why we are doing the Cast at Glocker. You can help us spread our local message by liking, sharing, and commenting. Social media likes to show people popular shows. You make our show popular by liking, sharing, and commenting. But I did want to specifically thank the people who are watching us on YouTube. We are trying to build our YouTube presence, and that does help us. You'll also notice on our YouTube channel we have a lot of videos, the listing videos that we do for the listings, for the properties that we're selling. We have a great professional photographer, some of the best listing videos in this area. Check them out. We can do that for your house when you're ready to sell.
Absolutely.
All right. So, thanks for tuning in. Amy
Don't leave yet.
Strausser,
Don't
I'm
leave yet,
glad
though.
you
Don't
do
leave.
not leave yet.
Because
thanks
Kim's
for
gonna
tuning
sing.
in. I do want to say that, though, because I'm turning my mic off. I'm turning your mic off so
Thank
we
you,
can
Kim.
try to get her
I
some
appreciate
better
you coming
sound.
in.
It was my honor and pleasure to be here. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me. Yeah,
And I
definitely.
can't wait to hear you sing.
Awesome.
All right, hold on. I got to bring up the soundboard. What are you going to... This is my last question.
Okay.
What are you taking us out on?
I am taking us out per Jeff's request because he said we're kicking off the month of St. Patrick's Day a little early, and he asked if I would sing Danny Boy tonight,
Okay.
and I'm happy to oblige.
All right, hold on. I'm getting your mic set up here, my friend.
Me. And thank you guys for doing this for your community. This is awesome.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. All right, you've got your female mic set up, and Jeff and I are going away. Hold on. We're ready whenever you are.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow. Oh, when the valleys hush and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
Beautiful.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I got shivers down my spine.
No problem. Thanks for having us. Thanks for dealing with us.
Anytime. This is
It was
great.
a great show. It was a great conversation. We're hour and 45 minutes, or an hour and 15 minutes we went over, but it felt like time
Yeah.
flew by
It
just
certainly
like
did.
that.
That's what
Absolutely.
happens when you're among friends and gentlemen.
Welcome back anytime.
Okay,
If
we'd
we can
love to
help you
return.
promote a show or something you
cool.
got going on, let us know. We're here to help you.
Awesome.
Kim, Vujade Day. Check them out. Adela Winery this Sunday
Yes.
from 2 to 5 in Perkiomenville. Jeff Frederick at Glocker Real Estate. You got anything else going on, brother?
Not in particular.
All right, man. Check us out next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, the cast at Glocker. I'm Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. I will be on Porchcast Pottstown tomorrow with my lovely co-host, Amy Wolf.
Are you on a porch or are you somewhere else?
We're probably going to be at Bill Broglie's office again.
Okay.
If you would like to be on the cast at Glocker, please call Jeff or I. We are here to help local businesses, local nonprofits, local organizations, local musicians.
And we want to spread the word.
The cast at Glocker every Wednesday night at 6-ish.
Like, we should just always put 6-ish.
It's all about the
That's
ish.
great, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for your support.
Thanks,